I never understood why the monsters in Space Jam didn't want my talent. We loved the talent magic, we just didn't want the other stuff. Cuz AIDS. He always gets so excited when I take him to the dog park. When she says, "Oops, hit a curb, but you heard a human scream." The average Asian aging process. Age 18. Age 20 to 30. Age 30 to 50. Menopause. Age 60 to 70. Age 120. Crispy children's sandwich. You can only drink one. Strength. Poison breath. Talk to plants. Courage. Always relax. Become a dragon. Instant death. Flight. Downs instant death. Congrats, you now have the power to instantly kill your opponents. Ha. Oh. Never missing class again. When your doctor tells you that you need to increase your vitamin D intake and your hoe instincts kick in. Damn girl, are you a kid's movie from my generation because you're fun and cute but also horrifying in many ways I didn't originally realize. Joe Bergman tracks down his wife's rapist, hacks off his penis, cooks it, and forces him to eat it. Bear tries to use cat door to enter home. He looks so sad, just let him in. Kurt Cobain versus Michelangelo. Artist, lived to 88. Painted a ceiling. He brings home 6 figures a month. These no smoking in the car when kids are in it laws are ridiculous. I mean, look at him, freezing his little ass off out there. Diary of a Wimpy Kid actor Ryan Grantham has been sentenced to life in prison for the shooting death of his mother. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the last straw. Grandma took my weed, so I took her wheelchair, neither of us rolling. Dudes in the 1700s hitting it from the back. My girlfriend dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was under arrest on suspicion of being good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to a lack of evidence. My 13-year-old brother asked for my laptop, and this was his search history. How to impress English teacher. What is friends with benefits? Can kissing a girl make her pregnant? Amazon Mini TV crushed S3 cast only girls. Tanya from crushed S3 Instagram ID. How to grow a beard. Do all girls like boys with beard? Make out spots in Pitampura. 80-year-old man cloned sheep via illegal animal parts to hunt enormous hybrid species. Identical twin brothers Josh and Jeremy married identical twin sisters Brittany and Brianna. Both couples gave birth to baby boys at the same time. Although technically cousins, the boys are genetically brothers. It gets more weird. Both families live together in the same house. Her head game was weak. FLA teacher jailed after having Shreks with student who reported her due to her performance. I wasn't going to say anything at first, but if you're risking it all for this moment and your top game is nothing but teeth, you don't deserve to be teaching. Zero 0.7. Think your load is heavy? Then try taking Jesus' load. If your dick had a theme song, what would it be? Law and Order intro. Okay, so first off, me and my family love to visit all different types of zoos, elephants being my all-time favorite. When we took my daughter to see the elephants, I was mortified by the absolute lack of care and concern. This elephant had the largest erection I have ever seen. My daughter began asking me what that was, and she's only 3. If the staff took care of these poor animals and relieved them, then maybe my 3-year-old wouldn't be asking about gigantic elephant erections. When he's not taking the hint, so you have to be extremely obvious. Oh no, the bra fell off. Why love one but eat the other? Well, first of all, puppies are delicious. Secondly, I wouldn't say I love my pig, our relationship is purely Shreksual. You have to be a real piece of shit to throw your garbage out your car window. I spend the whole day picking up trash along the highway as part of my community service for beating up my girlfriend, and it's really made me develop a hatred for scumbags who litter. Babe, I'm pregnant, and you're the father. Seriously? It's a prank. April Fool's Day, babe. You mean you're not pregnant? I mean, you're not the father. I am looking for people who are interested in turning $100 to $5,000. This is not a pyramid scheme or crypto NFT project. We will be selling crack. Me fake sleeping in the car so I can get carried inside. Uber driver. The year is 1850. You have $50. What are you buying? You. Give me your money. It's not worth your life, old man. Hooters waitress caught dipping hot wings in her vagina. Jessica Sinclair, 24, was taken into police custody after she was witnessed by co-workers dipping hot wings into her vagina before serving them to customers. From what authorities have told us, Jessica would dip wings into her vagina while on and off her period. This was done to customers whom had been rude and/or made off remarks about her appearance. My friend, who has been in a coma for 3 months and presumed dead, texted me this. I live, bitch. Dad, you have your mother's eyes. Me. Ga ga ga, Mia Khalifa. Short-term purchases like groceries. Millennials and Gen Zers are pulling in bigger paychecks, but much of their spending power is fueling short-term purchases like groceries and vacations, not savings. If someone jacked off King Kong, how much cum would there be? Kong is 60.4 times taller and weighs 481,691 times more than a silverback gorilla. Gorillas have testicles relative to humans. Humans nut around 7.6 milliliters. Give this to the gorilla, then multiply by kk volume. He would nut around 891 gallons at once. Please help, my biology teacher asked what's the opposite of dominant, and I confidentially answered submissive to the whole class. I will miss the friends that I have made and the memories we shared along with the teachers I have boned with over the years. Airdrop. Mum would like to share a photo. Your father and I are getting a divorce. Chinese fart porn. Hey kid, here's some identification you'll need for the rest of your life, but you're not allowed to laminate it. We went ahead and printed it on gas station toilet paper for you. So the struggle is really out here. I had to take a ghetto bubble bath with dishwasher soap. Then it hit me I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so I started doing my dishes. Say what you want, checked off my daily chores. Oh my God, I'm so glad they posted this. Because some people are meant to be wide and some small, and it's okay. Love yourself, queens and kings. Edit. Never mind, I think that's a gorilla, but still love yourself. USA under 16 and El Salvador under 16. To learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. Voltaire. We need to rise up against children with leukemia. My granddad was responsible for 35 downed German planes in World War II. Still to this day holds the record as worst mechanic the Luftwaffe ever had. Your ass is huge, I'm your mum. Plants are the new pets. Pets are the new kids. Then what are kids? Law. Kids are now like exotic animals. You've got to be a little bit crazy or rich to have them. I can hear my sister ducking her boyfriend right now. What do I do? I'm sorry, I'll stop. Yeah, thanks, it's weird. Teacher. Give an example of foreshadowing. Me. Look what I found in my mother's room. Aye man, I wouldn't watch that if I were you. Chocolate-covered strawberries orders will be ready tomorrow at noon. Thank you all so much for your patience. What's a universal thing that most men like? I'm making a comic, but I just realized I don't actually know any men in real life. Throwing large rocks into bodies of water from great heights. The first thing a man looks at in a woman is her heart. The fact that her breasts block the view is not our fault. If you do these for 30 days, you will be unrecognizable. Sleep over 8 hours. Drink 2 liters minimum of water a day, high pH if possible. Get sun daily. No sugar. Read for 30 minutes a day. Work out 3 times a week. Capture someone and cut their face off and sew it onto your face. Meditate for 10 minutes daily. how I thought serial killers would look like as a kid. How I actually look like. Are you a terrorist? Why don't tattoo places just euthanize their clients? I drive around a lot for work, and I recently saw some signs for a dentist that says they offer euthanasia for their clients who might be scared of going to the dentist. I was driving so I couldn't take a picture, but I thought it was really cool since I never really liked going to the dentist. It got me thinking as to why tattoo places don't just do the same. I have a low pain tolerance, so I'd think that if a place offered euthanasia, I'd probably be more likely to visit. Contains sadness. Boyfriend worked his magic on a breakfast sandwich today. I'm not on the pill, you better be shooting blanks. Me. Buy a wife from Vietnam for only $6,000. 1. Guaranteed virgin. 2. Guaranteed to be delivered within 90 days. 3. No extra charges. 4. If ran away within a year, you get another one for free. Our daughter lost her first tooth. I know, she won't touch my PlayStation again. What? Serious question for believers of heaven. When I was a child, being told a loved one was watching over me was comforting. However, as an adult, I'm wondering if Grandma is just sitting back watching me gobble balls, or is there some kind of privacy setting I should know about? I have 5 more players to unlock. The earliest dildos were made from materials such as stone, tar, wood, bone, ivory, limestone, and teeth. He took the risk. Scam artist caught. Police attested scam artist John Young, who tricked people into buying some sort of a substance which himself named it the elixir of immortality. Upon questioning, the police discovered that John has a criminal record, being arrested for the same felony in 2004. 1965, 1923 and 1866. Getting my new car tonight, so excited. Soldier returns from a 3-year mission and finally meets his 2-month-old baby. Your property, madam, and we hope this unfortunate incident hasn't upset you too. Help, police, save me. Him being black adds to the realism. Tell me what's on your mind. Maybe dogs lick us so much because they know there's bones beneath our skin. The history teacher? Yeah, she's built for BBC, World History Adventure. I hope you get breast cancer, so they remove your only personality trait. What's this? A sneak peek at the bathrooms of Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios parks. Feel even more immersed in the mushroom kingdom as you water these thirsty piranha plants. Pee in my mouth. No pee in my mouth. Gimme pee, you boo. When you duck a girl who's had several abortions. It was a graveyard smash. I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free. Michelangelo. The fact that he was a turtle makes this so much more impressive. Scientists make VR goggles for mice so they can feel what it is like to be attacked by a bird. It is forbidden to dog. Tigers have false eyes on the back of their ears to discourage predators from attacking them from behind. I am slightly less terrified of tigers and 1,000 times more terrified of whatever the duck a tiger considers a predator. I hate it when in film one intends to kill someone and then leaves without making sure the person is absolutely dead. I always double check. What do you mean by I always double check? Energy drink. I sent an email to a candidate to let them know that they were not selected to move forward to interview. They responded with this image, nothing else. Low. Brilliant and original, or unprofessional? Why though? I was too young to understand. JPF you can not unsee it. How to draw sad animes. Step 1. Draw an amogus with big shoes. How was your day, honey? Margaret, what the duck are we eating? I have 2 employees that usually leave work at 6 p.m. They are good, but I don't like that their commitment lasts for work hours only. What should I do as a CEO? You should copy and paste this complaint into a table in Microsoft Word 2007, print it double-sided in landscape mode, Fold it in half 8 times, soak it in olive oil and shove it up your ass. The Ohio butthole tickling bandit has escaped custody and being hunted by police. Picture this, we're on a date. You take me to a generic restaurant of your choosing, then we go out for a drink. After a few, I'm a bit tipsy and we head back to my car. Car's on fire. You're shocked and ready to call 911. You look back at me. I have 2 marshmallows on a stick ready for roasting and more alcohol. You blush, we cuddle together as my blazing truck keeps us warm. We joke, we laugh. You're about to lean in for a kiss. I chloroform you and rob you. Wasn't even my car on fire. When you are reading Proverbs 5:19 and it says, "Let her breasts satisfy you at all times." Oops, you added too much. Butter, sugar, flour, baking soda, egg, penis. I just came back from the doctors and they told me I'm very sick. Sick of everyone's bullshit. Internet hole. Internet Chan. Please don't look. Animals are so crazy because why is your mum only 1 year older than you? Why do balls have a stitch line? They are not dangerous if you raise them right. I strongly disagree. Blonde women with Chucky tattoos are dangerous no matter how they're raised. Brandon, I need you to come in this weekend. We are short-handed. No. Excuse me. No. It's my weekend. Duck yourself. You know what? You got balls like that. We need that. We need balls. I'm ducking promoting you. How to have fun when you're an introvert. Principal, your son was caught with alcohol at school, and he said his best friend gave it to him. Dad, he thinks I am his best friend. I would literally throw myself into a wood chipper for the slightest chance I would get recycled and turned into your toilet paper. Respectfully. My mum asked me to help her trash some boxes she doesn't need. This was inside. I am an only child. Educating the retarded child. Beware of dog. He has a gun and refuses to take his medication. New York is building this U-shaped skyscraper. This is so big that a plane can easily go through it. I bought my wife 12 panties the same color and she asks why the same color. People will think I don't change my panties. I found this carrot in my roommate's shower. Who the duck eats carrots in the shower? Get off this estate. What for? Because it's mine. Where did you get it? From my father. Where did he get it? For his father. And where did his father get it? He fought for it. Well, we'll fight you for it. Me, about to become the new owner of the local Denny's. My wife asked me to buy medium-sized cucumbers. This is what I bought. She said it's small, TV remote for scale. Wife remarries her husband as she falls in love with him again after losing her memory. You used to like anal. Where are you? I left early. Sorry, I couldn't stay longer. What the duck, where are you going? I'm going home. Are you kidding me? Come back. You're drunk. Don't worry, I called an Uber. We drank at your place. Oh, where am I going? Duck French people. What? Do you really think this shit is out of context? There's only hell for the baguette duckers. Delete that tweeter, please. Shut the duck up. Law, Lily thinks we're doing our senior quotes together. Sandwiches! Are you religious? I'd like to introduce you to my religion. What's your religion? Adonatology. A religion where followers worship big curvy women's butts. I'm interested. Starbucks after putting a paper straw in a huge plastic cup. Students get first-hand job experience. Say nothing. They'll blame the dog. Student is bullied. School. Tell us. Parents. Fight back. Grandparents. May I suggest the Benelli M4? Dude keeps calling me bro and chuckling, so I overpriced his tattoo and I'm gonna make it hurt more than any he's ever had. Taking the top layer of skin off with a razor. Wiping with alcohol, needle out and riding the tube. Dry paper towel. Dude is in for a world of hurt. Isaac Newton died a virgin. That means I have one up on history's greatest scientific genius. Because I'm not dead. Nutella. And your first wishes? Triple world hunger. And your second? Double student debt. Also speed up climate change. Yesterday I asked my 12-year-old son what other kids at school think about him having two dads. His response, they don't care, but they don't like how I'm immune to yo mama jokes. Yo mama so ugly yo dad had to get a husband. Constipated woman given laxatives by doctors gives birth to surprise baby. Dude, your rent is $500. Girl, I don't have that much money with me. Dude, unzipping, I think you can pay through some other way. Dad who just wants to play Monopoly with his kids. Feminists when the World War III draft starts. What does mean? My son just got this text from a girl and he is 13. Should I be worried? I think her dinner and dessert were perhaps a bit too hot and she got burnt. I hope she is okay. Tell your son to check in on her for me. My husband once received a message like this from a work friend and he got very nervous and headed straight over to her place to help. He is such a kind man and I bet your son is too. Bangladesh Democratic Student Movement, BDSM. Airbnb bans use of indoor security cameras on properties. Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, "Money doesn't make you happy." I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. Lines you wouldn't hear in a superhero movie. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Well, whatever it is, it's heading for the World Trade Center. No parents. Just had a message from a random guy asking to meet in the woods to compare dick sizes. Ducking weirdo didn't even turn up. When I asked my daughter which costume she wanted for Halloween, she chose this. It seems the other kids aren't happy. Plain crepe and a French coffee for me, please. You always brag about French coffee, though I don't see how it's different from normal coffee. Oh, it is. But that isn't what makes it French. Still not over how yesterday, when my flight landed in Nashville, our pilot said we arrived 50 minutes early because he took some shortcuts. So we were in the sky, what do you mean? When the controller dies, but you're 12,000 yards underwater. Lovely weather today. Pierre, tell me something I don't know. Your grandma's ass can take my whole fist. I faked every orgasm. I saw every meme you sent me at least a month before you showed it to me. The funniest and nicest thing a guy ever did for me while I was walking alone at night was say, "Miss, can I pass you so this is less weird?" And I laughed and let him so I could follow him home and watch him sleep. Who is your favorite trading hero? Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. Married here. Divorced here. I'm an Arab, and one time on the plane. I sat in front of this lady and she got scared when she saw me and said, "Oh my God. Are you a terrorist?" Honestly, I found it so funny that I laughed so hard my grenade almost fell out of my jacket. There is another reason why the ladies call me Ben 10. More like because you're Ben 10 centimeters. Ah, Tenny son. Wait, how did Gwen know that? Hey pal, stop looking at my butt. I said stop it. Fiancé gets back from deployment in 2 days. How do I get rid of these? Makeup, loads and loads of makeup. Preferably white. Cover the face area as well to match the neck. Get yourself a red nose to finish the cover up. That way you can look like a clown since your relationship is a ducking joke. Anyone else having trouble with bears doing drug deals in their backyards? Nobody. Eastern European bazaar vendors. How to use Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against a bear one. Wait for the bear to make a move too. When it attacks, duck and shoot in. 3. Take its back 4. It won't be able to reach you with its short arms 5. Go for a rear naked choke. 6. When the bear passes out, it will fall forward. You did it. 7. Now snap out of your fantasy and realize you died somewhere around step 2. JFK got assassinated. No, this wasn't us, we promise. We know. You wake up. You're still a lizard sunning on a red rock. It was all a dream. The concept of selling feet pics to pay back student loans is already losing its meaning as you open and lick your own eyeballs to moisten them. Time to eat a bug. So my ex said he would get me an iPhone if I sleep with him. Please tell me you didn't do it. No, I'm not a cheater. Good, I love you, baby. 2 altar boys were arrested for putting weed in the sensor burner. Me. Did Gary come over earlier? Wife. Yeah, parrot. Oh yeah, Gary ducked me. Looks at wife. Me. My God, Gary ducked our parrot. When you paid for an hour and you still have 58 minutes. We. But faster. He does exactly what I do. I told my 8-year-old son I would give him $10 an hour to do some weeding. He said, if I can find someone to do it for $5 an hour, can I keep the other $5? I don't know whether to be proud or nervous. User, Cyber Shreks. Clever bot, where is that? User, you start. Clever bot, but I don't know what role-playing is. User, takes off shirt. Clever bot, takes out a gun. User, slowly puts back on shirt. Clever bot, lets him. I'm sorry for getting you pregnant. Condoms aren't biodegradable. If you care about the planet, have unprotected Shreks. 1 condom is much less waste than the amount of waste a baby produces. A baby is biodegradable. Dick gets hard. Shit, quick, think of something gross like dead bodies. Dick gets harder. What the duck? This is Ralph. Ralph is a concept created by you while reading this. When you stop, Ralph ceases to exist. Your attention is the thin barrier between Ralph and the void. I'm scared, says Ralph. A real architect builds a mansion in Minecraft. Next video, real terrorist plays CSGO. This is Rhea Bulos. She's 11 and couldn't afford to buy sports shoes to complete, so she covered her feet with plasters and drew Nike logo on them. And guess what? Nike saw this and recruited her as a slave in their sweatshops. What? Women are hornier than men. Change my mind. I was so horny once I made a hole in my wall and started ducking my house. So that's how you become man of the house. You are just so handsome. If it were the 1800s, I'd buy you to save you. A pig's orgasm can last anywhere between 11 and 40 minutes. Wishing I was a pig right now. You got the looks. Go for it, champ. Bride dies of heart attack at wedding. Sister marries the groom with her body in next room. In a series of unfortunate events, a groom married the sister of his bride after she collapsed and died earlier in the wedding ceremony. Due to the increased attacks from Somali pirates, we are being forced to separate our working staff in half so that one half can fight the pirates and the other half can cook. We are sorry for any inconveniences that this may cause. Our head cook, Bogwandi, returning fire on the pirates. Proud of you, Bogwandi. I can't believe you thought was Mystique. Playing D&D with 9-year-olds comes in 2 flavors. 1. Trying to find ways to resolve things and make the zombie our friend. 2. Doing things that are recognized as war crimes. This morning I was beaten up by a busty woman in an elevator. I was staring at her boobs when she said, "Would you please press 1?" So I did. Okay, so my family is definitely racist. Started dating an Asian girl recently and decided to bring her home to meet my family. The kids wouldn't even speak to her and my wife told me to pack my shit and leave. The older I get, the more I regret all the people I've lost over the years. Maybe being a trail guide wasn't such a great idea after all. I just got a speeding ticket while my car was being towed. Getting a speeding ticket on your car as it's being towed. It's official. I am no longer late for Anil. Woman goes blind after syphilis-ridden brother pranks her with facial cum shot. An Atlanta woman has lost 90% of her eyesight in one of her eyes after her brother ejaculated in her face in what was meant to be a practical joke. Shirt cut meme, as known as your character in different cleavage flavors. Side boob. Inner side boob. Boob window. Under boob. Free space. The first time a girl showed me her fake boobs, my reaction to her was, "They look nice, but do they feel natural?" She says, "Go ahead and check them out." So, Naturally, I obliged. I told her they feel a little different from natural boobs. They're not as soft, but I enjoyed touching them just as much as the natural ones. My sister was very happy. After firefighters saved piglets from a barn fire, 6 months later the farmer sent them sausages made from the piglets as a thank you gift. My cat came back home. From jail? Yes, no. IQ test came back negative. God is good. Should I smoke crack in front of my sister? She has no clue I do drugs besides weed, and she is really anti-drugs and shit. Would this be a power move? Why not? Crack makes me horny as duck, though. I wish I didn't exist. Poof. Granted. Nothing changed. Look again. As a man, you should never watch your woman struggle to pay bills. Dump her and find one with some money. A marriage where you don't have Shreks for 2 to 3 months is the worst kind of married life. Low. A marriage needs to have love. I remembered calling my wife using my friend's phone when we had a fight. She picked my call and said, "Hi, baby," even though I didn't speak a word. True love binds the couple. Real. Something ain't adding up, bro. It's been 9 years since Elon Musk had this photo permanently removed from the internet forever. I wish I was fearless. Poof. It is done. Great, now I can kill myself. Wait, no. Told my cousin he got me pregnant as an April Fool's joke. He was scared as duck LMAO. Why was he scared? I gave this homeless guy $5, and an old lady behind me told me he's just going to use it for drugs. So I confronted him and asked where I could also get drugs for $5. Google, why are you eating my ram? He. I want a Barbie and a G.I. Joe for my birthday. Doesn't Barbie come with Ken? No, she comes with G.I. Joe. She fakes it with Ken. Unfortunately, Winnie the Pooh's Christmas request for lots of honey was totally misunderstood by Piglet. When your sister says you have better Shrek's moves than her ex, do not compare me to my father. Maybe it wouldn't be so heavy if they used their arms. Heavy! I know Amazon drivers be like, damn this house again. I work on ambulance, the thought is the exact same. When a person dies and no one will miss them, the mourning is assigned to a random human. This is why you sometimes just feel sad. From now on, if anyone asks me why I am randomly sad, instead of saying I don't know, or something, I'm going to look them dead straight in the eyes and say I've been assigned to mourn the death of a stranger and just walk away. Nice try, Mark Zuckerberg. Males of Reddit. How would you feel if a girl gave you a flower? I would just be glad they came to my funeral. How to punish a dog. Flashbang him. The Mayans predicted Lil Wayne. Yesterday, our neighborhood barber was arrested for selling drugs. I was his customer for 10 years now. Never knew he was a barber. The Simpsons doesn't predict anything, we just haven't fixed any of America's problems since 1989. Virginia 3 MILFs 4 minutes. Emergency phone not installed. Please do not have an emergency at this location.